What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about Healthier Choices Wellness Corp. So ultimately 3 days on the market. I want to go over some of the data points and when might be the best opportunity to physically buy HCWC. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So at the time of doing this video, it is down 14.66%, a new 52-week low, or I guess 3-day low if that makes sense, of $3.29. So for those of you that have been watching my HCMC videos and this whole transition into the spinoff, you would have known months ago I've been saying that it is going to pull back to roughly around that $3 range. Previous S1's kind of low-key announced that for the most part if you read between the lines, so hopefully a lot of you guys did, but there's been a lot of hiccups with this whole IPO, and that's what happens with it being done so last minute as what has happened in this case. So a lot of people just didn't have their shares, and I think today and most likely tomorrow, the last of the brokers will be receiving that. So this is why at the same time you do see somewhat higher volume, if that makes sense, in comparison to what it has been. So 207,000 shares being traded as of right now. So Healthier Choices Wellness Corp, my whole issue with this transition was the fact that you were going to take assets that were under HCMC, which as a total market cap value was roughly around 500,000, and you were going to spin it off and try to justify for it to be worth millions and millions. And as of right now, time of doing this video, HCWC is valued at 51.35 million. And so essentially, it still is considered very overvalued. And that is just based on just the assets at hand. Of course, you might have a little bit more additional multiples placed on it, more optimism, a little bit more liquidity getting into HCWC, but still I do anticipate more of a further downside for HCWC. But I want to go over when the best time to potentially buy this company would be. So starting off though, not really diving deep into their previous assets and stuff because I've already covered that under HCMC from their last earnings, so nothing was really changed from that. But just based on everything, the status quo, I feel around that $2 range would be a very good buying opportunity. And that is, I want to put a caveat, because one thing that I do not like about HCMC, before the whole spinoff did happen, they were already taking debt under HCWC. And it's not the best kind because it is convertible. So it's more of a payday loan. So you get money up front, which obviously benefits them, benefits the crappy management of HCWC. But when it comes down to pay, this is where it is very damaging. Not to the company itself, but to current shareholders, because it is convertible, right? So you have to pay the principal back in cash. The interest payments are paid through common stock, common stock A, class A. So essentially, if you're holding HCWC for the long term, your equity is going to get diluted. And I think that's the bad thing about HCWC. So as long as they don't really take on any more additional debt, again, convertible debt, they should be okay, and it could potentially bottom again around that $2 range, which most likely will be occurring in the next 2 weeks, in my opinion. Of course, today the market is rallying because Powell just cut 50 basis points, so that is really fueling the broader market. Fear and greed index right now is under the greed category, so people's appetite for risk is very much there. But again, I think this whole IPO just did not go according to plan, or at least in the eyes of some investors and clearly the company. But for those of you that did listen to me once again, it was very clear that it was going to continue to trend down. And even still at this point, even though it is down 14.9%, it's a little bit more room to go down, because 51.35 million for the market cap, it's still way too done. Ortex still doesn't have updated information, so no short interest, because I'm very curious to see for the first couple trading days on the New York Stock Exchange exactly what shorts were doing and to what extent. In my opinion, probably around 60% of the overall volume is attributed to shorts. So we'll just have to wait and see. But this is my quick summary on when to potentially buy HCWC. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Are you a buyer as of right now? Did you have shares and did they get converted over, or did you receive them on time? Are you one of those entities, I think with BlackRock, maybe receiving, or sorry, not BlackRock, Robinhood, that did receive it today? Like, when did you guys get all that? And did you sell straight away, or are you still holding? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And make sure you guys definitely take advantage of this promo as well. Simply sign up for a new account and they do give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So this is a kick-ass deal. Link to that is in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.